Well guys, I'm here at the motorcycle clinic here in Kissimmee, Florida, as you can see. And yeah, we are ready to go here. Check it out. We got some little meat on these tires now. Both the front and back tire had to be replaced. Had a massive bubble that popped out here. It was disgusting on the ride home from work, so I ordered a brand new tire for that. Had the oil changed, had everything checked up. They said your bike is in mint condition, good condition for the year. Not one single issue with it. He just checked on the wheels and made sure to tighten up anything like that, like the chain, make sure the oil up the chain. Everything's good to go. He said there's nothing wrong with it, so sweet. Time to get out of here. I haven't got to ride this beauty in 3 days now because of what happened. Couldn't believe it. Cut through! So what's going on today, guys? Today it comes to you from a brand new, fully checked up bike. Well, it's not brand new, we'll talk about that later. It's 07 obviously, but brand new tires on this sexy lady here. And full oil change and checkup. And from apparently the ghetto of Kissimmee, Florida. Yes, we are in the straight projects right now in the ghetto. But anyways, guys, what we're going to talk about today is setting yourself goals in your life. A lot of people have come to tell me they really enjoy my videos, where they get to, you know, hear about some life lessons, techniques to cheat things, make things better for you, and just to learn about some ideas to make your life better and not have to maybe experience some of the problems that maybe I went through in my life. Alright guys, some things I want you to discuss today is going to be on setting yourself some goals in your life. And everybody has problems with motivation. I, for one, am one of them. Many times, let's say the wife wants to do something with me, and let's go here and whatever. Let's just say, you know, for a typical woman, they want to go shopping. My wife really doesn't like shopping, but we're just going to give that topic. And I don't really want to go shopping, right? Well, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, right? So I really don't want to go, and you're just like, oh. Or let's discuss something else. What about work? And your boss is like, we don't want you to come in and stuff. You're like, oh, come on, I don't want to do anything. And that's exactly why you've got to set yourself some goals in your life, and that way you have a reason to want to go do these things, okay? Now, like I said, I have these same problems, but I had to set myself some goals or I will drag my feet and never ever do them. Alright guys, one of these goals that I'm telling you guys about is I actually paid way more than my minimum payment on my 370Z because I know I want a new 600 bike. And speaking of 600 bikes, look where we're going today, guys. This is Central Florida Power Sports here in Kissimmee, Florida. They have KTM, Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Can-Am. Basically, they have almost everything besides Kawasaki. And as you guys know, I've been wanting a new bike, so I am going to go here today to just go and look at some of these bikes, get a little bit better idea of what I personally want. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to goals, guys. And is one of the things that I always do is I shoot myself a goal, and that is to actually come here or go wherever. Let's say it was for my 370Z, and go check it out. So let's go look around some stuff, guys. Should do it. Getting skinnier by the moment. There we go. Alright guys, this is the CBR 600. This is basically what Ryan has. I mean, it's identical to what Ryan has. So let's get on it and see what it feels like. Not bad, Ryan. Legs are a little bit higher, or foot pegs that is, compared to my little 250, but size-wise, it's not bad at all. Feels good through here, like I was telling you guys in my other video that it cuts into here, but not bad at all. And if you guys don't know, I own 2 Hondas, so right now, currently cars, plus my Nissan 370Z, so I'm not adverse to buying a Nissan or a Honda. And Ryan, look around. You said, oh, they all swarm me. This is it for me. Nobody, I'm telling you, nobody ever comes in this dealership. I wouldn't buy from this dealership for shit. So this isn't bad. This is okay. It must be the Yamaha that has a big tank that cuts into my stomach that I don't like. But this isn't too bad. Squeeze. This is what Street Bikes has. Not bad, not bad. Though the legs feel really wide on me right here. Like I feel like my legs are split apart like this pretty bad. Might not get comfortable after a while. Alright, did you see that, guys? I was there the entire time and not one person even talked to me. Not one. And I've been in that dealership 3 times, so I would never ever buy from this dealership. Sadly, they don't give a shit what you do. I drove my $40,000 car with all those mods on it and nobody even looked at me. Nobody even, seriously, they didn't even look at me. It was like they had time for other people. And I was just like, whatever. So would I recommend this dealership? No. But it gives me the opportunity to come out there and look what type of bikes I would want. Alright guys, back on topic. When I tell you you should set yourself some goals, that is currently a goal I am looking at, and what that does is that forces me to want to pay off my 370Z that much faster. I owe about 8 grand left. It'll be under 8 grand after this month's payment, so I'll owe 7,000 whatever on it. But these are the things that I personally do to get myself motivated. I set myself some goals with things I want to go after, and I said, you know what, I want that 600 bike, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pay off this car as fast as I can in order to make it a little bit easier on me so I can be able to buy that new bike instead of just staying with this 250 forever. Set yourself goals, guys. So yeah, what I'm telling you guys is to set yourself some goals in your life. I had to set myself many goals along the way in order to get myself motivated enough to do things. Another example of mine is my wife has been wanting a ring for a while. That she wanted to get married, obviously. And I've been wanting the 370Z, so I was like, so I was already saving up for my 370Z. And what I do is, you guys know I work for UPS, but I work the evenings at UPS. But at Christmas, I go out there and deliver. So what I did is I had one of the longest routes I could find. I had the mall route, right? It's a hideous route. And what I would do is I would actually go out there every day, and from the morning and stay till the evening, as many hours as I could, every day, all from October all the way through end of Christmas, okay? And I would just stack that extra money. And then what I did is I took my tax rebate money in January and piled that on there. So when it came time for me to buy, I was going to buy the Z, and I was going to, instead, she's like, well, I want my ring, well, I want the ring. So I said, okay, I'll get you the ring instead, because I knew, she's like, it was going to be her or the car. And I'm like, you know, typical guy, I want the car. But at the same time, I understood that I'd be losing out on a really good thing and had losing a girl that was super cool like that. Damn, look at all the UPS trucks today. And I went out there, I said, okay, well, I got to know all these jewelry store people at the mall really good. Remember, I'd been delivering every Christmas. I always had the same route because I wanted the money. And I knew the manager really good at the K's Jewelry. So they ended up selling me their 1 carat diamond solitaire, one of their Leo diamonds, which is their really high-end, classy diamonds, really clear quality. And they gave it to me for $1,500 off sticker price. Now talk about a killer deal. And that's what I did to set myself some. So now that we're on the topic about setting yourself some goals, this is what my current goals is right now, okay? You got to see another shitty dealership that nobody gives a damn about, nobody listens to me on. Here's a dealership that will actually pay attention to you, talk to you as soon as you walk in the door, and you're going to see it, guys. And that is what I want. I don't want to be left alone, especially when I'm trying to ask for help. And this is it right here, guys. Doom. We already got people outside standing here. Woo. It's hot. What's going on, guys? Not too bad. Right there, guys. Right there. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Right there, guys. 30th anniversary. $10,899. I'll be able to get it a little lower. Check it out. Turn the GoPro off for a minute, guys. Woo! Beautiful. Beautiful bike, guys. I had to talk to them. You see that? They actually, I took the helmet off and went in there, and they were talking to me right off the beginning. And you see that? That's an undercover cop, guys. That guy right there. You know, they were personable in there. They talked to me. I'd ran into the guy before, and he's like, yeah, just let me know. And he gave me his card again and said, please call me when it comes time, because I told him the fall. He's like, we'll have better deals on the fall, stuff like that, so it'll be perfect time for you to go in there. And man, that ZX6R is just beautiful. But you know, that's what I have always had to do. I've had to go in and set myself goals in my life, and I highly recommend that you do the same thing, because, you know, sometimes it just takes that to get through life, you know, whether you do it for buying a vehicle, buying a house, or with my example, we're buying my wife's engagement ring. I took all that money, like I said, and I'd worked those Christmases, and I'd actually walked in there and paid cash for her diamond ring from them. And it's a 1-carat solitaire, a Leo solitaire, so, you know, that's just the way it is. You know, you can look it up if you want to see how much those things cost and go for. So, yeah, they gave me a hookup for sure, but you know, it still wasn't like it was $5 or anything like that. If you know anything about buying rings for ladies, can't really tell, man. That bridge like blocks the view. But I mean, you know, that's what I've always done in my life, and I recommend it for everybody here. Set yourself those goals, and you're gonna get further in life. You're gonna you're gonna work harder for it. You're gonna want to actually work for it. And one thing my dad always raised me to do, guys, I know as a young person you don't see that, but my dad said, hey, all we can afford is this $800 Hyundai Excel for you. If you want a better car, you're going to have to go out and get a job, because we just can't afford it. So he set me right away on that right path, that if you want to get it, you got to go work for it, because nobody's going to give it to you in life. There's no free handouts in life, even though, you know, Obama might think so, and you're going to get all that free Obamacare and all this stuff. Don't believe that shit. It costs money. Okay. So yeah, guys, there's some little bit of life lessons for you. You know, I had to do it with my first car, just get out there and work for it, and I got exactly what I wanted. And I want you guys to understand that sometimes you got to do stuff because nobody's ever going to buy it for you. You're not going to have Joe Schmo walk up there and throw that R6 in your pocket or the ZX6R and say, you know what, I like you, I'm buying you one of these. No. You got to get out there and work hard for it, and sometimes that takes that motivation to even want to go in there. And my motivation is always life. I've always set myself goals no matter what it's been for. That way I'll do it, and I'll be excited about doing it. And it's one thing, like I said, that just wanted to share that experience with you guys, and maybe help you guys out when you're getting down and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, I hate doing this, I really don't want to do this. And if you set yourself the goals, and you won't have to worry about it, and you're going to do it anyways because you really want that item, or you want whatever it is, you know. So anyways, guys, that's some life lessons from the heart right here. I know a lot of you guys have been liking a lot of these vlogs. I don't intend to make every one of my vlogs a life lesson or anything like that, but this time, you know, I thought about the other day, I'm like, man, I really want that ZX6R, but I've got to pay off my 370Z in order to do that, because I just don't want to pay 2 payments. I'm already paying between $1,100 and $1,200 a month on my 370Z, so I can easily afford the bike, but God, I just don't want 2 payments. So, anyways, guys, I hope you really liked the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button for me, subscribe if you did, and share my videos. The channel is steadily growing, and I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate every one of you guys out there. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you a little bit later from this beautiful Kissimmee, Florida day. Take care.